Hi everyone, and welcome to Mine and Yours Tarot. First of all, I would like to thank all of my subscribers, current, new, welcome, and thank you so much for your subscribe and non-subscribers alike. Thank you so much for your likes, your views, and your comments. It is so very much appreciated. All right, collective. Now, I know you see the cards out. Now, let me tell you. This was going to be a short, all right? I pulled the cards. I looked at the time. It was time for me to go to work, collective. I'm sorry about that, but I had to go to work. So I pulled them. I left them here. And now I'm back. I'm going to read you your message, okay? Now, disclaimer. This is not a personal message. This is a collective message. Only take what resonates. Leave the rest. Chunk it to the side, what have you. This could pertain to you, someone in your energy, someone that is surrounding you, such as family member, whatnot, or the energy in general that's around you, collective. All right, with that being said, now, I had to write it down so I would remember what the message is, okay? So, let's get started, all right? Now, these first two cards, we have the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords, collective. All right, now with these two cards, I'm feeling like some of you, for someone in the collective, okay, you're not quite sure what to say with this Two of Swords here, okay? You're blindfolded. And if you can look at that really good, you see the feathers on the swords. They're pointing toward your throat chakra, okay? Now, like I said, with that, I'm feeling like there is something that needs to be said to someone in your energy, okay? Like I said, this could be your significant other, partner, friend, sibling, what have you, okay? Just take it if it resonates and flip reverse roles as you see fit, collective. All right. Like I said, I'm getting the feeling that there's something that needs to be said to someone that's in your energy, collective, and you're not quite sure how to word it, okay? You know, it can be difficult when there is something important you need to say. You know, I feel like you're trying not to hurt this person's feelings, whatnot, what have you, but something in the energy needs to be addressed between you, all right? Now, with the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this conversation could be about you juggling a lot. You got a lot on your plate, okay? This could be draining the finances in the home, the family finances, what have you, okay? Like I said, there is a discussion that needs to be had. And if this is between you and your significant other, this may be a subject of, like, you know, who's taking care of all the bills, the necessities for the home, such as the groceries, the toiletries, etc. And, you know, and this could be having a financial strain on the family. You could be the one that's pulling the weight on all of this, okay? It needs to be expressed to the other person, all right? Because, you know, like I said, this is having a financial strain on the household and you, and this feels one-sided. I'm getting, you know, I'm getting the feeling that you know this is a one-sided relationship, okay? And you just don't know how to word it. Your throat chakra may be blocked right now. You just, like I said, you are trying to think of the other person's feelings. You don't want to be too harsh. You don't want to be too sharp. So, you know, but you do want this person to know how you're feeling about the situation. All right, collective? Now, with this Devil in reverse, this Nine of Wands, okay, I feel at some point something's going to have to be said, all right? And when it is said, you're going to have to let go of this toxicity. I'm feeling with this devil, of course, you know, the devil upright is toxic attachments, being chained, what have you, all right? The devil in reverse, you're letting go of some kind of toxic situation, attachment, what have you, that has been going on for a long time, all right? Been going on for years. That is literally draining all of your energy, collective, okay? Now, with this this Eight of Wands in reverse and the Fool in reverse, collective, this could be someone or the person, whatnot, put it where it fits, collective. You only know your situation if this resonates, okay? This could be somebody that is holding you back, slowing you down, slowing up progress, okay, with their reckless and naive behavior here, all right? You know, this has been going on for way too long, right? You've been trying to possibly keep the peace here, you know, look over it, you know, just kind of ignore it, you know, for the moment. But it's getting stressful. It's getting very stressful and very hard for you to keep silent, okay? Because I feel that whatever is going on in this situation, it is going to eventually have to be addressed, all right? Now, your outcome, collective, I couldn't get all my cards in the frame. You have the Six of Cups in reverse, and you have the Six of Swords upright. With these two cards, collective, this is saying to me that you're letting go of the past. Literally letting go of the past, okay? You're letting go of past emotions or past memories, okay? You're moving on from whatever is in your past that has been keeping you stuck, not knowing what to say, not knowing how to feel perhaps, okay? So, with that being said, okay, you're leaving the past behind. This is your outcome. You're leaving the past behind. You're leaving this toxic situation in the dust. You are moving on to calmer waters. You're releasing past memories, hurtful memories, whatnot, what have you. And you're getting the clarity that you need. You're getting illuminated. Here's the moon. Everything is going to be illuminated for you, collective. And trust me, once you get out of this situation, whatnot, you've tried to have the talk, whatnot, even if you do have the talk, I'm getting the feeling that it's not really going to make a difference, okay? So your outcome and your advice is to move on from this. Past, present, or future, put it where it fits. Move on from these past hurtful emotions, these past memories that are no longer serving you, collective. You know what I'm saying? Move on and find your voice. Because at the end of the day, collective, you got to realize that your voice is stronger than you think here, okay? All right, collective. Like I said, that was going to be a YouTube short, but I pulled the cards, had to run off to work. My apologies. But thank you all for watching. I hope this resonated. If not, that's okay. It will not resonate with everyone. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe until you like, comment, and subscribe if you're so inclined to, collective. And until your next YouTube short message video, love and light. Bye-bye.